double quote over here and copy this name and go and paste it over here. Just give a $sign and we need a double quote, opening and closing double quote over here. And now we can synchronize the application and just wait for the synchronization to complete. And the next is to just click on next. And now we need to checking if the application is communicating with our server. So we need to communicate back to the server. So for that we need to run our application. So let me stop the application for now and let me try to run the application. And let us open the device and let's wait for the build.gradle to complete. And we can see the application is running, and let us go back to the console over here, and it will take some time to communicate back to the server. Sometimes it's really fast, sometimes it will take some time. So let us wait for this one to complete. I think it's taking a bit longer time than as expected. So what I will do is I'll just skip for now. So you can wait, you can check whether you can successfully complete this section, or you can also skip it, so it doesn't matter. So I'll just skip it. So if you have a successful implementation of this one, that's really great, but I will skip for now. It's taking a bit longer time, so let me skip that section. And my application is added over here, you can see, and which means that now I can go to the Crashlytics over here, and I need to do the implementation. So add the SDK, right? So just click on this one, and let us add the SDK for our application. And first it says that add the SDK, the build and run your application. So it's waiting for the application to, it's listening over here. You can see over here, we will be listening to your application communication. So what we need to do is we will have to go to the view the docs, and let us try to implement that one. We will select the Android from here, and some of the things that we have to implement. And I think we already have added this one. So the next is we have to add this one. Just copy this one. Just copy it and go back to the top level build over here, Gradle build, and over here I'll paste it below there over here, and just go and select this one. So I need this one too. Just copy this one, and I'll go to the app level build.gradle, and we have to add it to the top over here. Let me add it over here. And is there some other thing? And I need to implement the dependencies. So this is the one. So recommended is over here, Firebase Analytics over here, and over this one. So let me try to add both of these, and let me select that one, and let me go to the dependency over here, and let me paste it over here. And this one, let me just copy. Okay, let me copy all of this, and let me go to the top level and just paste it over here. Let us try to create a variable for it, and just remove this and put it under scope. And now I can copy this one. So I think I have already implemented over here. Is that true? Okay, I already have that one. Sorry, that's not needed for us. And we need just to upgrade 17.4.4. So I'll just upgrade this one 17.4 and 4, right? And this one I can just replace it with this one, Firebase Analytics, Crashlytics over here. So let me replace it with Firebase Crashlytics over here, and just copy this one, and I need to cut this and paste it over here. Let me take this variable and paste it over here. I need to provide $sign and paste it over here, and that should be fine. Just synchronize this one, and let us go back to the Firebase console, and now we need to run our application. So let us run our application. It will take some time, so let me pause the video over here, and let us try to run our application. So that should implement the Firebase and also the Crashlytics for us. So let us wait for the application to come up, and you can see that the application has successfully installed. So let us go back to the Firebase console over here, and I will just go and refresh it. Okay, so you can see that installation has been successful. So which means that now we can go to the Crashlytics dashboard over here, and we should see our application over here. So we don't have any crash for now. So what I will do is I'll just go over here, and you can see that test your Crashlytics setup. So just force the crash. I will go to the Android and go to the Kotlin, and you can just copy this code. I'll just copy this code, and let's go back to the application, and we will go and crash our application. So where should we go for that is, let's go to the view and go to the UI, and let me go to the, I think go to the splash. So let me try to crash it over here, and let me try to crash it over here, and that's it. So let me try to run our application, and that should crash. Let us wait for the application to come up, and we should see the crash over here. Okay, so that one just got crashed, and let me try to remove this one, and okay, let me try to see the error over here. So it just crashed over here, right? So let us go back to the Firebase console, and now let us try to refresh it. And you should see a crash over here. So the report should come over here. Okay, so it still haven't come. So it will take some time. So sometime maybe 1 or 2 minutes, and we will refresh it again. Sometimes it will take around 1 to 2 minutes to come up over here. So we have just implemented it. So let us wait for the another 1 minute. Okay, so we are over here, and it took around 2 minutes less to wait for me to this crash to show up for the first time. So you can see that we have a first crash over here, which is a splash activity, and it gives you quite a lot of detail about what happened over here. This just crashed over here, and if you go to the text view, right, you can see what happened over here, and you can cast a lot of information about it. And key, we can pass some of the keys and the logs and also the data, and it passes a lot of information about the device, and also about we can pass the key over here, key value pair, to this particular crash. And we can go to extract trace, and you can see the formatted version or the text version, and also we can see that what happened to this particular over here, and you can just go and check that what happened, unable to start the activity, right? So, and all of this stuff is mentioned over here, and this is quite great. And I can tell you that through my experience that having something like this is really important whenever your application is on the production build, and we need to have the information why the application on certain devices crashing and on certain devices not crashing. So all of these things we can collect using this. It's really helpful, and it's really important, and as Android developer you should be familiar with all of this. And what we will do now next is we will still have some more things to coming up, and we still have a lot of things to learn on it. So on the next lecture we will go and see about some of the configuration that we can build with the Timber. So previously we have some configuration for the release and the debug tree for our application logging. So what we will do is we'll try to sort it out. So whenever there is on the release version, then we want to send all of the crash report to our Crashlytics server in the Firebase. But whereas if it is a debug version, then we are just going to log it to the locally or to the Logcat. but for the release version we should send it to the Crashlytics server, and that is the thing that we are going to do on the next. So let's meet up in the next lecture. Till then, have a great day. Let us continue with our lesson, and we will continue with our Firebase Crashlytics. And what we will do now is we will configure it with our Timber logging. So there is a really useful tool, Timber, and we have previously configured it out. So let us configure the Timber logging. So whenever we have an error and whenever we are logging the error, we should be able to send it to the Firebase Crashlytics server. So what we will do now is on the release tree. So first of all, let us configure on the release tree, and I'll remove that one, and I'll just say over here the Firebase Firebase. So we have a Firebase Crashlytics over here, and dot we should get the instance, and dot we can also say also, and over here what we will do is it dot, and we have some of the function over here that we can use. So we will set some custom key over here, and we want to set the priority, and also we want to set the tag. So for that I will just create a companion object over here,